They say the strongest women are those who cry behind closed doors, love beyond all faults, and fight battles that no one knows about. They rise up from the ashes like a phoenix. Our guest today is one such woman who has made it big on the largest of stages because she's given her all to her art, straight from the heart. Hello and welcome all of you to the blockbuster finale of the season 3 of the Love Laugh Live show, only on the Times Network. I'm Mandira Bedi, all excited to introduce the guest of our final episode. Today we have with us someone who's ruled the Indian film industry and hearts of millions for the last decade. She came with a bang and has no plan of slowing down as she roars to achieve new milestones. She's an outstanding actress, a surreal painter and artist, and someone who can khamosh her trolls with swag. Please welcome the very inspirational, talented and dabang Sonakshi Sinha.
How sweet. Thank you.
You deserve all this.
What a
and
lovely intro. And I love the way you said khamosh.
Khamosh. I mean, we can't say it like the person who originally
Yeah,
says it.
nobody
but
can.
But we all try, don't we? Yeah. Why did you say it? How do you say it?
I don't say it like him at all.
Still,
because
you
if
want
I
to-
had a booming voice like his, that would actually be really scary.
We'd love to hear your version of it. Don't say it to me like you mean it or anything.
No, it's like khamosh,
Khamosh.
but like, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have the baritone in my voice.
Right, right. With the ever-changing times over the course of this pandemic, we too have changed our style of living. We are now much more cautious about our environment and take preventive measures. So, to purify my surroundings and to inhibit virus, bacteria and pollutants, let me first switch on my Panasonic Nano EAC with its AQI sensors so that Sonakshi enjoys a cooler and healthier set. You know, it's a smart AC controlled by my phone. Okay, so 3 waves of COVID have gone by. Third one is sort of where it's kind of at the end.
On the way out.
On the way out.
Yeah.
How are you holding up? How's it been? How have you been these last few, well, it's almost 2 years now. Yeah. How are you holding up?
I think we can't really complain, because we are, in such a good place, and in terms of like I've seen how hard people have had it, and really we are in no place to complain. So I think I would say that it's been weird in a way, because for me, like, I've always been working non-stop, and then suddenly like the world has come to a standstill, and not only my work but everybody's work has kind of just stopped. So you just kind of get used to it. But for me, I've always been someone who's taken things in the right spirit. Like for me, I took it as, okay, I've been slogging my butt off all these years, maybe this is the time to take a breather and just chill,
take a
and
break,
maybe just not work out for a few months and just eat whatever I want to eat, and find things to do again that I'd probably left in the hustle bustle of life, like my painting and reading and stuff like that. So I think I took it in a good, positive way, and I avoided COVID. So which is I feel like a superhero,
you are a
because
superhero.
everyone I know has got it.
Yes.
And but I think it's fine.
We are going to talk about your art in a little bit, but was there any other, skill that you acquired, something new you took up? Did you bake banana bread?
No, although my mom would have been very, very happy if I had picked up any sort of cooking skill. But I don't know, I'm just not, I
Cut out
don't go
for
into
that. It's
I
okay.
don't go into that direction at all.
That's right, it's not for everyone.
I prefer the eating part of it. I just feel like, इतना मेहनत जाता है कुछ बनाने में, और वो 2 मिनट में खत्म हो जाता है.
एक बात बताऊं, जब आप खुद पकाते हो, I cook very little, but when I do, I don't want to eat what I make.
Yeah,
it's awful.
imagine.
It's not that it's awful. No, sorry, not that it's awful. It's okay. Other people are eating it, but I can't eat it. So don't bother. Don't bother with the cooking. No,
I'm good.
Okay, so now you've got a couple of projects lined up, coming up. Kakuda and Double XL. Tell us, what are you allowed to tell?
I can tell you how much I'm supposed to without giving too much away.
Yes,
But
yes.
yeah, they're very interesting projects for me. Kakuda is going to be my first horror comedy. I've never done it
wow.
before. I'm scared of watching horror films. Like I don't watch them at all. But when I read the script, it was so fun because it's intertwined with like a lot of comical moments and stuff. So
Nice.
I immediately took to it, and it's a wonderful role for me. Something very different that I've not played before.
Sure.
And I was like, yeah, I have to do this film. And it was a blast shooting. Then I'm doing
When does that come out?
That comes out sometime this year.
Okay.
Everyone's just waiting for the theaters to kind of get
Yes,
back on track.
Yes.
So yeah, definitely this year.
And Double XL?
And Double XL is a film that is so close to my heart because it talks about it's about two plus size women, just kind of going through life, achieving their dreams, and doing everything that they've always hoped to do, and how people are constantly like obstacles in their way, and how they have to fight more than how they're judged for just being a certain size, a certain number on the scale.
And you've always promoted body positivity.
Yes,
That's
I have,
very
because I've
important to
been
you.
through so much body shaming in my whole life. I've been an overweight teenager. I used to weigh 95 kilos when I was in school. So constantly that one tag, of being fat is always on you. And no matter how much weight you lose or whatever, somewhere or the other, it just keeps popping up. Like I lost so much weight and I became an actor, and I know how hard I had worked. But people would still kind of be talking about how much I weigh. Oh, now she's put on weight. Oh, now she's lost weight. Get a life,
that
guys.
That judgment is terrible. And for people in the public eye, constantly be under a microscope.
It's like you just have to let women be to do what they want to do, no matter what size they are. It's nobody's business, really.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Now, Fallen. That's a new direction you're headed in. And you're playing a cop and you're working with Reema Tatti. I mean, that's amazing. Are you allowed to tell us something about that?
Yes, I'm playing a really tough cop, and I feel like it's the role that I've been waiting for the longest time.
Nice.
And I can't tell you much about this project, but yes, it's my first time that I'll be on OTT, that I'm doing a series.
Yes.
And working with Reema as well, with Tiger Baby Films. And I had such an amazing time. She's such a cool director to work with. And she just kind of let me make the character and mold it how I wanted to, kind of portray it. And really, it's so nice to have that kind of director who gives you that kind of freedom. Yeah.
There's no director better
I've
than
been
that.
a part of so many films where the men that I'm working with are cops, and they're getting all the cool lines and getting to show the swag, and I'm like, ab main dikhaungi.
Yes, yes. All of this is going to release around now, this year?
This year. Fingers crossed. And, honestly, like for me, I had reached a point where after, like, you've worked for 10 years and, there's so many things that you've done multiple times. I just reached a point where I just didn't want to do anything that didn't shake me to my bones, like I just wanted to be so excited by it. I don't know, it needed to just ignite a fire in me, and I think these 3 projects did
have
that.
Done so.
Because they're so different from each other, and which is what like I want to keep doing now. So yeah,
Lovely.
Hopefully, I'm headed in that direction.
You are, and for some, to complete one's personality and to round off one's personality, you also have art that you always turn to. You're like a self-taught artist, am I right?
Yeah.
And tell us about the kind of art you do, and House of Creativity, which is share with us, because that's another facet of your personality that, I mean, before this show and reading up on you, I didn't know about.
Yeah.
So tell us about it.
It's because it's actually so personal to me. Like, it's something that I grew up with. So ever since I was a child, I used to sketch a lot, and I used to just like think nothing of it. I used to sketch and I used to crumple it and throw it away. And my mom used to see these really nice sketches, and she used to actually like open out the paper and keep it in books and flatten it out. Yeah. And she used to save everything. So I kind of grew up with like a pen and paper and like just art around me. And then I started working, so it kind of took I studied fashion designing, so illustration was a big part of it, and I was always coming first in my class.
I love those illustrations of women with the longest legs and that whatever.
The small torsos and the long legs.
Yes.
So, but my illustration teacher was amazing. She kind of let me develop my own style, which I think really helped my art even later. So I did that, and then of course I started working. So that kind of took a back seat, and then.
But mostly charcoal sketches or
pen, pencil, and paper.
Or no paint?
No paint.
Okay.
I recently started painting.
So that was what happened in these last 2 years?
No, it happened actually in the last 5-6 years. Yeah.
Okay. And House of Creativity?
House of Creativity is something that me and my brother started. It's a platform for artists.
Nice.
From of different mediums. We have painters, we have photographers, we have sketch
to display
artists,
their work, and sell their work,
mixed media, just a platform where you can see all their work together and then decide for yourself. And we try to make art more accessible to people during the lockdown.
Beautiful.
Because nobody was really physically going out and seeing galleries or exhibitions and stuff like that. So even artists were like quite badly hit.
Everything.
So artists were very, very badly hit. So I think we just did this so that they all have a platform to kind of
Listen, my best friend is an artist. He lives in Denmark, and I am going to put his art onto your website.
Please do that.
He's
we would
fantastic
love to have it. Yeah.
No, really. This is great.
Thank you.
Now, I'm sure this is going to be an amazing finale. The fun has just begun. After a short break, we'll be back with Sonakshi asking her about her relationships and newly found love, only on the Love Laugh Live show. Stay tuned. What's the current status as of now? Is there anyone who you want to call?
Current status is heavily single.
Oh, okay. Welcome back, everyone, to your favorite talk show ever, the Love Laugh Live show, only on the Times Network. I'm here with Sonakshi Sinha, and we're ready to talk about nothing but love. Yes, okay. Now, your first serious relationship was in your early 20s and lasted 5 years. What happened? I mean, why did you part ways? It was like a forever kind of situation, no?
Just grew up, I guess. It was one of those. I don't know if it was. Okay, I'm not going to disregard it as not being love, but
it was 5 years.
It was really, we were really young and,
young and in love.
Young and in love. It was the high school sweetheart kind of situation, and kind of, at that point of time, you're a very different person, you know, and as you grow older, you realize that, maybe you want different things in life, there are different things that you want to do, maybe your different personalities that you weren't, 4 or 5 years back. So it wasn't like a very bad breakup or whatever. It was amicable, but I guess you just
knew you kind of drifted away, and the time
drifted away. Yeah.
You had to call it on the relationship. Time was up.
Of course, and plus then you get involved in like work and stuff. So I was already working by then.
Yeah.
So I had my entire energy, my concentration was on my career and building it up, and kind of going in that direction. So I was okay, because I was very much in love with my work as well.
Absolutely.
So,
priorities change, life changes, life takes you to different places.
So no hard feelings as such, but it's something that I definitely miss. I love being in love.
Oh,
I think it's.
What's the current status as of now? Is there anyone who you want to call?
Current status is heavily single.
Oh, okay.
But I've always, I think I reached a point where, there's a lot of chatter about self-love, and which I used to not understand earlier, and I understand that now. As you just grow older and you get a bit more mature and all, you realize that people are really talking sense, because the minute you start to love yourself, I feel like, you won't tolerate anything lesser than how you are to yourself.
That is so true.
And honestly, I've reached a point where earlier I used to be constantly looking for love, and I wanted to constantly be in a relationship because I like having that comfort of having a partner and all. But right now I'm just so happy with myself and how I'm working on myself, that I don't look for it anymore. I'm going to wait for it.
That's the way to go.
I'm going to wait for it. It'll come when it has to come.
When it has to happen.
Yeah.
And self-love is such that, when you love yourself, that's the greatest love of all. And people somehow mistake self-love for selfishness, which it isn't.
It isn't at all.
Self-love is making you the best version of yourself.
Of yourself, yes.
So that
Totally
others
agree.
can love you. You love yourself first, then others can love you.
It's a very, it's like a point of self-realization.
Yes.
Until a person doesn't experience it.
Boom, it's an
Yeah.
epiphany. You realize early in life. I
Yeah.
realized in my 40s. And like suddenly I've discovered self-love. Gosh, it's amazing.
I guess
Wow.
everybody has their own time.
Yeah,
into
yeah.
life.
At least I've discovered it now.
Yeah,
I mean, you know,
imagine, yeah.
imagine if I
Some
hadn't.
people go through life without having discovered it at
Without
all.
ever
And
having
I feel
discovered
so bad. you
So,
know?
yeah. Now, are there people who like try to fix you up and say, oh, you know, perfect guy for Sonakshi, we should have them meet? Is there like a matchmaker or someone who likes to make
Not
people meet?
really, not now actually, because I think when I was young, I was the first one who wanted to get married amongst all my friends. My ambition in life was to grow up and be married.
Oh.
And all my closest friends, my best friends, they've all gotten married. They're all having babies now.
Right.
So they're all busy with their lives. So they had no time to even set me up.
Okay, but there was a time when they tried to set you up, and now they're like, you know, she's let her take her time. It's going to happen when it happens.
Yeah. Now I feel like they've also just given up. Like, hoga jab hona hai.
Haan, hoga.
Yeah.
But your dad looks at you as like a kid and doesn't think you're ready to get married anytime now.
Always, yeah.
And your mom has other thoughts. So which
Yeah.
way is the tide moving?
I think the tide is low right now.
Either way.
Yeah, so I'm very happy. As long as it's not tilting towards one thing too much, I'm okay. Like dad also, because like I'm like the apple of his eye, and like I'm the youngest and I'm his only daughter. So he never wants to part with me.
Of course.
He used to constantly
Of course.
tease me ki ghar jamai layenge, and I was like, no, that's not happening. But yeah, and mom, I think she has these, she'll needle
Few
me.
bouts. She might wake up
few
and say,
bouts
"Acha,
and then she'll needle me every now and then, but then she forgets about it. So then, so it's not too bad. Like she's not constantly nagging me.
That's
"Beta, shadi kar
good.
lo."
That's
So
good.
I'm
That's
okay.
good. And I think, you know, that freedom is what everybody
Yeah,
wants. And
yeah.
it'll happen. Nobody can force anything to happen.
Yeah.
Now, since we're talking, this segment is about love, right? So, your newfound love is riding bikes.
Oh,
What about that? I mean, I saw those pictures on Instagram of you looking so badass in your dark, in black. You were wearing all black. You had leather on, definitely.
Yes.
Like I can see, leather suits you very well.
In fact, I did a photo shoot with my bike today also.
All
In this look.
Very nice. So, how did that come about? Because people don't want, like people do, but how did you wake up one day and say, you know what, I wanna get onto a bike?
I didn't actually wake up. It's the funny thing is that
The love was always there?
No, I'm riding a bike in Fallen because I'm playing a cop, and that's where I learned, and that's
where
where that's
see?
where I was riding a bike every day,
Amazing.
and I fell in love. I was like, I have to get a bike of my own, and that's what I did. And now, because you know the streets of Mumbai and the traffic, daytime is not very pleasant to go around. So I
if you
have
see a black streak of leather going by after dark,
That would be me.
when the traffic is like a low,
Yeah.
it's gonna be Sonakshi. Yes.
So I have a few friends who have bikes of their own.
Are you in a biker gang already or something?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, we're not exactly a gang.
but no, listen, call it that.
I do want to call it that in my head, but it's just friends who have bikes. So I just call like 4 or 5 of them, and they're all boys. So I have like a good bodyguard
Support system
situation
around you, yeah.
me, and we all get out, you know, once.
Listen, if you
twice
go in a
week.
group of more than 4, we're going to call it a gang.
It's a gang.
It's a gang.
Done. It's a gang,
You've got to
guys.
come up with next time I meet you, you've got to come up with a name.
I'm part of a biker gang.
Yes. It's got to have a name, huh? I'm telling you.
Okay, I'm going to
Think about that
it.
for later. Since this segment is about love, the last question of love is about your love for your mom's khana.
That I think everybody loves their
Sindhi
mama.
curry she makes?
Sindhi
Oh, Sindhi curry in tokes.
Sindhi curry, aloo ka tok, and that fried bhindi she makes as a meal, and oh my god, it is the best.
I haven't eaten. My mouth is watering.
I will send it to you next time she makes it. I will
Please
send
do.
it to you.
Please
And
do.
then you'll know what I keep on harping about. I know I've said this in every show possible that I've gone to, but it is something.
But what is your weakness? Your weakness is like khana or is it like meetha?
No, in fact, meetha is not, and I thank God every day for that. Agar ye bhi de dete,
Wow,
it
you're
won't be a
lucky.
problem.
You're very lucky.
Yeah, so
Oh.
I don't really have a sweet tooth, but I have a big obsession with food.
But food is
Life.
I mean, food is life. Food is what we live for.
Food is
We
love.
live to eat. We don't eat to live.
Yeah.
Yeah. On that note, I hope all the boys who are watching this have found the way to Sonakshi's heart. You know, it's food. It's food. Bikes. My God, it's easy actually.
Oh wow, all the Swiggy and Zomato guys are really happy right now. Food on a bike.
That's a good one. That is a very good one. Well, there's more to come as we're about to enter Laugh Riot. What enter? We're already in a Laugh Riot after a short break. Stay tuned on the Love Laugh Live show, only on the Times Network.
I really respect other people's time, and I feel like if others are there, I don't like people waiting for me. Like I just find that really not nice. A nice thing to do.
Welcome back, everyone, to another fun segment of the season finale of the Love Laugh Live show. I'm here with Sonakshi Sinha, ready to share some more laughs. I was going to say, this is the fun segment. We've already had quite a few. But there was a time you wanted to just give up school because you had like bodyguards and gunmen around you.
I mean, I didn't want to give up school actually because I enjoyed going to school.
Right.
But I wanted to scare my parents a little.
And you threatened.
Yeah, I said I'm not going to go because my dad became the minister.
Yeah.
And suddenly, like, we had to move around with security and everything. And like,
But you've always had some security around you.
No, I always used to insist on not like having secure, like you have someone dropping you to school and then going back, but that's about it. But here they were like bodyguards with like guns in their hand, like I'm getting off and they're like going to the gate and all. I'm like, this is so embarrassing.
How
I can't
bad
do
was
this.
it? How bad was it?
It was really bad. I was so annoyed. I went home that day and I was like, I will not go to school if these guys come with me.
And how long did that last then?
One day. As soon as I threatened them.
Oh, you put your foot down?
Yeah, I put my foot down.
You get your way a lot with your dad, right?
Yeah. My dad, though, he's wrapped around my little pinky finger.
So sweet, so sweet. Now, I'm also given to understand that you hate being late. You hate, you're a real stickler for, that's amazing. And that is so like nice and refreshing to hear because in our business, people are always late.
I know, and I'm so glad this industry hasn't changed me.
Because I think, it's about respect for people's time.
I really respect other people's time, and I feel like if, others are there, I don't like people waiting for me. Like, I just find that really not nice, a nice thing to do. And like, I've been so many times on the other side of the coin where I've had to sit and wait, you're ready, you're on set, and, someone or the other is making you wait.
Yeah.
It's just not a nice thing.
Have you taken off on anyone and given them like...
I'm a very patient person, so I don't really take off on people, but I'll make sure they know because I'll drop
enough hints here and there.
Hints here and then I'll drop like one sarcastic comment somewhere here or somewhere there.
Good.
So they know that, okay,
good.
People
should be told. I don't know. In our business, I don't know why. Sometimes some people give this weird advice to people or actors or upcoming actors that, you know what? You can't arrive early.
Yeah.
You can't arrive on time also. You have to arrive late.
That is the worst advice you can give anyone.
I know. Thank you. Say that again. You heard it from Sonakshi. Say it again.
And I thought also because I've heard so many stories growing up, my father has never been on time for anything. And my mom used to be palpitating all the time. So I've constantly like seen them, I've grown up in that environment where my mom is constantly like, chalo, jaldi karo, flight mein so jayegi, are time pe jana hai, ye time pe pahunchna tha. And my dad is just like, haan, okay.
So this could also be a reaction to dad being late.
Could be, yeah. So I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I have to set things straight. And that's why I think in my 11 years of working, I've not been late ever. For work.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Touch wood. And may that
continue.
Run continue.
Yes.
Now, you've had a lot of film critics, talking about you. And there's one story that goes, there's a film critic who wrote a fair amount or expressed a fair amount about how the light hit your nose. What was that about? And how did you respond to that?
We'll have to ask him.
Yeah, like what's the story, man?
We'll have to ask him what the story was, what he was doing at that particular point.
How did you? Because you don't also hold back. So I mean, did you not respond? Did you not?
I mean, overall the review was good. It just kind of really drifted in a very weird
bizarre
direction.
Space?
Yeah, like in a very bizarre space. So, and honestly, by that point in time, I'd stopped reacting anyway to like.
Generally, how do you respond to critics?
I don't respond. Honestly, the fate of a film really does, rest in the hands of the audience.
That's true.
And I feel like,
I mean, there are films that critics completely sort of put down and do so well,
it's happened. It's happened to me. Like, I think every film, like any film that has got rave reviews, has not really performed well at the box office, and every film that has been panned has been a 100 crore plus film. So I just feel like they're not on the same wavelength as the audience. So
that's why they have this thing of, even at the awards, there's a critical acclaim award, critics award.
Yeah, so I feel like, the audience is at the end of the day giving you the verdict or whatever of your film. And I respect that much more. Let's just put it that way.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, see, we have many sides to our personalities. So I'm going to ask you some fun personality-related questions to reveal the unlimited you. Okay, Sonakshi, in this rapid fire, your first question is, tell us that one trait of yours that no one knows about.
I can switch off at will. Like, I can just go into the Zen mode and cut off everyone around me and just kind of,
That's a really good personality trait to have as well.
It's helped.
So if you could read minds, whose mind would you like to read first?
The guy who wrote that review about my nose and the
shadow. What are you thinking? What were you thinking?
What, I want to dissect this brain first.
Yes, because that brain needs dissection. Okay, if you were a ghost, who would be the first person that you would want to scare or haunt?
Wow. I think it would have to be some of my closest friends.
Yeah, nice. Okay, now what would the name of your autobiography be?
I think Asli Sona.
I love the name, by the way. It's fantastic.
It's stuck.
Okay, now we know you're multi-talented, but tell us what the most useless trait that you have is.
Useless trait? I do.
Something that's not very it's something you do.
Yeah, it's not useless, to me at least, but it makes no difference to anybody else's life. I can paint with both hands. So.
That's a very useful trait.
Yeah, I mean that's
adds to your talent.
For me, but I don't think anybody cares when they see a painting. Achha, ye dono haathon se banaya.
Well, no, thank you very much. I'm going to switch this recording off. You were very candid.
Thank you.
Your hidden talent traits, I never knew. I mean, that's amazing. To be able to paint with both your hands. Yeah. It's not a useless trait. It's a useful trait, especially for you. And it's a great talent as well.
I think it's because when I start a painting, I'm so impatient to kind of finish it. I just start using both hands.
Fantastic.
Jaldi khatam ho.
Fantastic. We all are unlimited in our own special ways. Your answers actually personified unlimited me, and how we all have multiple expressions and personalities that can best be captured by the Oppo Reno 7 Pro, the portrait expert. But we have a little more fun for you. This next segment is also, related to some questions. We have a fun activity for you. So we're going to take you to another background.
Okay.
And we all react differently to different situations. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to be asking you some questions, and I'm going to expect your reactions not with words but with expressions.
Okay.
And we are going to capture this on the Oppo Reno 7 Pro's exclusively customized IMX709 front camera image sensor with light capturing capabilities and imaging power. So if you're ready, let's go to the other background. Okay, Sonakshi, are you ready?
Yup.
Imagine you are flying in a plane with the love of your life. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Now, this plane is headed to the moon. Okay. Halfway through, you turn and look at your partner and realize he's turned into an alien. Very nice. Okay, those expressions got stunningly captured on our Oppo Reno 7 Pro's front camera using its bokeh flare portrait mode. This was surely as fun as I thought it would be. It's time for a quick break. On the other end, we'll talk to Sonakshi about her life as an actress and artist, only on the Love Laugh Live show on the Times Network. Stay tuned. I've seen boys gossip so much. What's the story there? And hum bichari, we are badnaam.
Because they just think, that it's a very girly thing to do. So they don't admit to it.
Hello and welcome back everyone to another shiny segment of our grand finale of the Love, Laugh, Live show, only on the Times Network. I'm here with Sonakshi Sinha as we're going to explore a little bit more about her life. You had once said that you never thought of becoming an actress and you actually wanted to pursue art.
Honestly, at that age, growing up actually, I always wanted to do something in sports because I used to play a lot of sports. Art was something that was a hobby at that point in time, so I never really thought I would pursue something in that way. But then I did end up studying fashion design, so I thought
you've done a lot before you actually.
So then I thought I would do something in that, and then Dabang happened to me, and then there was no looking back because I landed up on set and I was like, this is what I want to do. And I got very lucky, in fact,
But, a lot of, like, being from a family that, like a film family, was it not just understood that this is the direction that you'd go in?
I think because that's what everybody expected me to do. I think I was just like being
averse to it.
Yeah, I was just being averse to it and like going in every other direction than that. If I had just known that this is where I'm going to end up, I would have started.
Saved a lot of time.
Yeah, saved a lot of time, groomed myself a little bit and, done all of that. But it's okay. I think everything has its own time, and I stumbled upon it at exactly the right time. I feel like, it couldn't have been done in a better way. And I'm happy. So there's no complaints.
No, things are going great, touch wood, and shall continue to do so, especially with all the lovely work that you've got lined up, all the releases you've got lined up this year.
You.
But now social media, we talked about Asli Sona, and social media also comes with some negativity. It also comes with trolls, and you've been a part of this series called A Bus. Tell us about that, because that's amazing and so relevant in today's time.
Yeah, I think it was something that, me and the team that I did it with, we thought it was the need of the hour during the lockdown. I think a lot of people were going through a lot of things emotionally, mentally. A lot of people were falling sick, their family members, people passing away. So it was really affecting people in many, many different ways.
Yeah.
And it's not like, online harassment and cyberbullying hasn't been there for a while. It has. And that's when we kind of decided to, just create an awareness as to the kind of effects that it has on people. Young kids getting affected, children stop going to school because, they're harassed online. Young girls and boys committing suicide, being stalked. It's a very scary place to be, and you can't let that kind of... It's online. Let it be online. That can't infiltrate into your real world, and unfortunately, it has in such a big way that it's very. I'm sure, like as a parent, you'd be really afraid, like for your kids as well, right? So
it's a dangerous
so
world.
I think that So then I just wanted to like kind of create some sort of awareness where people can understand what happens and what can be done. So we kind of guided them in the right way, that if this is happening to you, these are the authorities you should go to. You can make complaints and, get justice for yourself.
Absolutely, the need of the hour. Now, once you said in an interview that, and I would have to agree with you, that men gossip more than women do. That's the truth, isn't it?
I think so.
Like, I've seen boys gossip so much. Like, what's the story there? And hum bichari, we are badnaam.
Because they just think, that it's a very girly thing to do. So they don't admit to it, but
they don't call it that.
Yeah,
they don't call it that.
No, we're just talking. Boy talk.
Yeah.
I'm like, gossip.
No, but I mean, have you ever sat down and gossiped with boys?
Yeah,
because they do, right?
Because they do. So I don't know why they're so averse to calling it what it is, but I guess we're women. We can take it on
totally
head on and as it is.
Now tell me, you have art on your side, and art is your go-to place for peace, I guess, also because it is a very peaceful thing to do.
It's
it is
cathartic.
a very de-stressing thing to do. But is there any other? I mean, when you're working and when life is as normal as it can be, life is hectic. So what is your go-to to de-stress, to peace out, to,
If I get 3-4 days in the middle or 4-5 days in the middle, I just take off. I'll pick a place where I want to go and I just won't answer anybody's call. It's quite inconvenient for the people who work with me, my manager, but
I can imagine.
I have to do it.
She's gone on one of those trips.
Yeah,
we can't get in touch with her. She's not in any network.
Respond, and I'll take my own sweet time, because you have to take that time for yourself. I think, it's important for your own peace of mind and rejuvenation from within. I think it's very important to just switch off from the world every now and then.
And are you the solo traveler kind, or do you like to have friends around?
No, I
you?
like to have friends around.
Have you ever done a solo trip?
I haven't actually, so I don't know if I would be the solo traveling kind. It's something that I've always wanted to do, but I've just not gotten down to it.
Do it.
Yeah.
You seem like the adventurous
Yeah,
kind.
I would love to do it, but I haven't yet. Hopefully soon. But I've usually traveled with like family or friends or whatever. So I like having company. There's always
And without giving away too much to people who are looking out for you, where do you end up going? What are the kind of destinations you go to?
anywhere there's a beach, you will probably find me.
You're the sun, sea, sand kind of person.
Sun, sea, sand kind of person. Like I literally hate the cold so much that I never travel to a cold place. So you'll probably find me where there's a beach.
The pandemic has taught us that we are all in this together, and we need to ensure that the world that we're living in becomes a better place with our small contributions and conscious changes in the way we're living. Today, a safe home, good health, and a healthy state of mind are the most important assets one can have to be ready to meet the future. So, I have a couple of questions for you. Are there any changes that you've made in your day-to-day life, adapted new practices, changes you've made to your home to be ready to meet the future?
Absolutely, and I think that's the way to go. That is what we should be really teaching the future generations.
Absolutely.
And in fact, the generations before us, because they don't really, they kind of like find it hard to adapt to the fact that now we've made this mess and now we have to clean it up.
Yeah.
So it's very important to teach them as well. So definitely there's so many small changes that you can make in your daily lives. Like for example, replacing plastic bottles with, steel bottles, using bamboo toothbrushes,
Yes.
eco-friendly products, sanitary products.
Absolutely.
Conserving water, using a bucket bath instead of the shower.
You have a bucket bath or a shower?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a tip if you like having a shower.
Yeah.
Have a cold water shower. Trust me, you'll be very short.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so we have another little rapid fire since we're talking about meeting the future. So these are just some fun questions. One superhero you would want to be present in 2050. I would want Sonakshi Sinha to be present in 2050, like doing her anti-COVID stuff, because whatever she's doing is good. Touch wood. No, but which superhero would you want to be present in 2050?
Captain Planet.
Okay,
Captain Planet, he's a hero, gonna take pollution down to zero.
Oh, well done.
It's a thing from school,
Okay, then.
Right now, everyone's obsessed with the Avengers and
Excuse
stuff.
me, very, very relevant.
Yeah,
I'm obsessed with Spider-Man at this point of time because the last movie was amazing.
See, all these new age superheroes, we don't need them. We need Captain
Planet. Good one. Nobody's given this answer, I have to say. Okay, what technology would you not want to see in future?
A metaverse.
Oh.
Scary. I don't want to live virtually.
That's right. What do you think could be the best advice towards living a healthy life that you could give to future generations?
Reuse and recycle, I think.
Best. That is really good advice. If you were to give an environmentally friendly name to the generation after Gen Z, what would it be?
Generation Earth.
Ah, lovely. Yeah. I like Gen G also, Generation Green.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, nice. Talking about the future, let's meet the future of technology, the Panasonic Nano EAC with latest technology and AQI sensors that keep our home and workspace safe from all kinds of pollutants. Now we arrive at the last stage of our finale, but there's one more interactive and peppy segment still to go with Sonakshi. It's a short one. We'll be back after a short break. Stay tuned on the Love, Laugh, Live show, only on the Times Network. Which is the craziest hairstyle you've ever done?
This.
I love it. I have to tell you. Welcome back, everyone, to the last segment of a magical season finale of the Love, Laugh, Live show on the Times Network. Here with me is Sonakshi Sinha, ready to answer the last few questions. Now, there's something we all learned during the lockdown. I asked you about your art. I asked you if you acquired any skills. But did you learn to do your hair and makeup and look good for all the small little windows that we were seen in during these last two
So
years?
initially, because like, you know, we had to start doing it on our own, I had the skills, I would say, the basic skills.
But you never used to use them.
But I
earlier?
never used to use them, and also because it's too much effort.
It is.
So I just found a really nice spot in my house where the lighting is great. And I've gone and done
Bas.
all my meetings over there.
That's the greatest
Just some
hack.
lipstick. I'm like, hi, I'm
That's
ready.
it. You have a beautiful face, lovely skin. That's the secret. Good
That's
lighting.
the secret. Good lighting is the secret. But yes, I've recently also, like, the interest keeps coming and going. Like, I see these really fun makeup videos on like Instagram, and I'll keep trying to do my eyes
Or
differently.
do you get
and
anywhere?
stuff.
Do you get anywhere? Like
Yeah, I get it. I'm good at it. I'm good at like
Oh,
makeup
nice.
and stuff. So I enjoy it also. So, but yeah, hair is something that I've had to do and struggle with, but I got it done.
So you've gone through like many hairstyles in your career, and which one would you say is your favorite?
In my career,
Like, I mean, work for the roles you've played.
I prefer long hair, but I've cut my hair short twice in my entire career. One was when I did a film called Akira, and one is now. And otherwise, I've had fairly like mid-length to longish hair. But I like that more. So yeah, like long straight hair is always
Which is the craziest hairstyle you've ever done?
this.
I love it. I have to tell you, the moment you walked into onto the set, I was like, wow, I've not seen you like this.
Yeah,
And
because I've been at home, stuck at home for so long.
Lovely.
So I pulled out all the stops when I was coming to your show today. And it's the
Fantastic.
finale. So I thought like I'll,
No, but the hair is
spice
great.
it up a bit.
How long did it take to get because this is like a lot of tonguing.
Yeah,
right?
a lot of tongings, maybe like 35 to 40 minutes.
That's not bad.
Because my hair is shorter right now, right? So it's just like ting, ting, ting.
So during the lockdown, who would cut your hair? Are you very particular about haircuts?
No, I'm actually not. So
Oh.
I let it grow during the lockdown.
Nice. You like
and
long hair.
I like long hair.
Yes,
So I
yes.
thought that was a perfect opportunity to even like give my hair a breather from like all
course.
the tonging and
Of
styling. I used to oil my hair a lot.
Nice.
And it did actually grow a considerable amount during the lockdown.
Really?
So.
What styling advice would you give all the young ladies who are watching right now? Hair styling, or other styling advice?
I think find something that is easy to do and something that kind of just suits you, I guess. I think that's the most basic advice I can give you, and the smartest advice
exactly.
as well.
It's not about following a trend.
Yeah, it's not
It might
about
not work
following
for
a
you.
trend. It's about what you should be able to do to your own hair or your
That's
skin
right.
or your face.
That's right.
Rather than, just following a trend blindly and messing it all up and going out and
Absolutely.
looking like a fool.
Sound advice indeed. Listen to Sonakshi. Don't do stupid things.
Like for the longest time, I stuck to like just straightening my hair and getting out because it's the simplest and
Safest.
nicest thing
Yeah,
to do.
yeah. Well, to make sure that your hair shines with health and gets the right kind of heat, here's a small gift from Philips India.
Thank
I've
you
used
very
it.
much.
It's a very nice straightener.
I shall be needing this after.
After this. No, but you live with this for a little while.
Yeah, let
you
it
can
be.
keep this for 2 days at least. And we also have another token of thanks in the form of a lovely gift from
thank
Carrera.
you.
Sunglasses, bringing a
That's
whole new world
lovely.
of sunglasses for you. Hope you like it.
I do. I'm sure
I have to
do.
say, this is the longest conversation you and I have had, and
Yeah.
I have really enjoyed talking to you.
So have I.
You're such a bright, lovely, happy, peppy. This is called the Love, Laugh, Live show. We couldn't have gotten a better person for the finale.
I felt right at home.
Thank you so much.
And
Here's wishing you all the best for these 3 projects. I know you're going to shine in them. They're
Thank
going to be
you
amazing.
so much. Thank
Really.
you.
That's it for this season. This was the finale. What a journey it was. We got to talk to so many inspiring personalities who gave us something new to learn from, like Sonakshi. It surely was an experience, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. It's time now to say goodbye with a hope to see you again soon. Because as we say never. Until then, keep loving each other, laugh to the fullest, and live every second. This is Mandira Bedi signing off.